Good morning, my friends, and say hello to my little friends here. Hope you're doing well. I'm again enjoying another day with the pups and the dogs and life with pit bulls. This is an early morning for me. I don't usually wake up early. I'm not a morning person. And this working from home, it permits me to sleep a lot longer, go to sleep a lot later, blah blah blah. So this is it. This is my early morning. I guess a lot of you guys, a lot of you doggers and people owning dogs, um, wake up early for different reasons. Obviously for work as well. This video is going to be about how to establish yourself as the alpha uh, in your pack of dogs or with your particular dog. I'm going to choose this one to be about how to do that with your pup rather than if you got an adult dog or adult dogs. Bueno, well, first, when you get these dogs, you have to understand what you're getting, understanding the mentality of the dog. Um, One of the things is when you get these dogs, you usually get them very young, get them at 8 weeks, between 8 and 12 weeks, and you get these puppies with that mentality that they're coming from again a pack mentality right now because they were born in a group. They were for them all their life were in group with all the dogs, meaning their brothers and sisters, and the mom. The mom being the one that is actually being the one that is being teaching them, being the alpha in that cluster. They are the ones that I that teaching them the do's and don'ts, how to do things, how what not to do, you know, everything else, everything the pups are looking at that mom for everything to so they can learn from her how to do things and everything else. And then when you get them, you grab that role. You have the ability to grab that role if you do so, if you choose to do so. Just in FYI, this is Simone basically saying that he has a Kong with something in there that, and he's telling this guy, "Back off! You're too close to me." This is the biggest male that we pup. He's going to be a big boy. Um, the puppy's using the bathroom there in the right place. You know, like I said, I taught them this when they were 6 weeks. So they're being good for the most part. Sometimes they forget, especially if I had a map. For example, in my Spanish video, there was one dog that was. I saw the indications that the dog, I think it was a female, wanted to use the bathroom and went there, and I had to tell her to not do it there, but I did not tell her where to go. She stopped her intention was here because remember in my other videos I do have a mat here, but I'm like, it's just too many things for them to go to, and it's too close. So I'm like, nah, I'm just gonna leave. I'm gonna remove what I had here and just leave the ones I have. And apparently they just got kind of in the habit of going here because when they were puppies, they were in this section here. In this section, my sofa was this way, facing that way, or rather, kind of like on an angle that way. And I had the back as like a wall, so that dogs, when they were newborns or 4 weeks or something, they couldn't escape when it's time to go to sleep. But I did not want them to get into any mischief when I'm not looking, like what about that, like that. You know, I'm gonna have to fix this. You know, if you guys have any, what, any thoughts on how to do it, I'm just thinking of just buying something to brush onto it and that's that. But I'm not, I'm not the Mr. Handy. I definitely don't do work. I don't. I did some handy when I was in college, but I was more of a helper than actually doing things. So that is my weakness there. Hands-on things I'm not into, but it doesn't mean that I can't learn. I just never done it. I did when I was working construction in the summers. I was the kind of like the mule. I carried the heavy stuff up and down, and I enjoyed it. I took it as a workout. You're paying me to work out, so I would not mind at all. And the older people, see, I'm on the and the older people were happy that I was carrying the heavy stuff up and down the floor, because we're using construction of buildings, so there was no elevators. The steps weren't fully constructed, so it was more difficult. But again, I took it as just a workout, and definitely kept in shape because I did this all day, and I didn't have to go to a gym for the summers, and I would go back to college, and then my dorm pretty buffed and strong, and I enjoy life. But anyway, I'm going on a tangent here. This is my the big male. He's the one with the blue collar, although he doesn't have the blue collar anymore. But he's the blue guy. Blue, if you want a reference, he's my blue. I'm thinking he's gonna be in his 60s at least. Might be like mid 50s condition weight. I'm hoping he's not gonna get bigger than that. But he's a big boy, and he does eat his size. Caritas, that has the black collar. He was, when I mentioned him in some other videos, he was Tiny Tim, but now he's not tiny anymore. He started eating a lot. Once I started giving him chicken, he grew a lot more. So yeah. So anyway, let's go back to teaching them how to teaching yourself how to be an alpha. Have the alpha role, have the alpha personality with the puppies. When they receive them, like I said, when you have them, you get the puppy with the mind receptive to discipline, receptive to teaching, and they are their minds are apt for you to guide them, because you take the role of the mother, so they are going to be easier to train at this point, because they still have that what should I do? This is caritas. Carita means faces. So because a lot of times, let's see if he does faces. No, he's not doing faces. He's kind of doing faces, but not really. But he like I say, he was Tiny Tim, and he's a big boy. He has a very thick neck. I've noticed for his size. He has the thickest neck of all the dogs, and he's not the biggest one. Where is it? He's the other male here. He's the one that's going to be very beautiful. Aesthetically speaking, he's going to have a very beautiful face. He has a nice body. He has a very, very long snout for his size. He definitely has the longest snout in here. He's not the biggest, but like I said, he's going to definitely be a good looking dog. A good looking dog for sure. But again, let's go back. I'm kind of like dragging on to this. Let's just speed up on this. First, like I said, you teach them the do's and don'ts. You teach them, where to use the bathroom, how do you teach them? Because I actually thought I lost my train of thought, so I'm trying to catch it back up. Let's see. So you first teach them that you are the source of security. Okay, they have to feel secure with you. They have to feel like if they feel danger, or if they don't feel secure, they don't feel comfortable with something, that they can go. They naturally go next to you, behind you, between your legs, again, these are puppies. Doesn't mean that they're going to be like this forever, but they recognize that they're defenseless. Okay, Simon. They don't mean they're going to be defenseless. They're simply just saying, hey, I see there's a big thing there. I don't know what it is. I'm going to be behind the person that should know what it is. So that is the number one thing that you need to do. Simon, enough. Sorry about that. But he's not really doing anything. He's just laying there, or she, just laying there. So I'm like, yo, there's no need for you to be trying to say, I'm defending my Kong. So I'm like, relax. There's no need for that. Anyway, so security is number one. If the dog doesn't feel secure with you, around you, a lot of things you won't be able to establish yourself as the alpha. Second, you need to become the source of food, so that they know that they are secure around you and that you provide them food. These are things that you bring and feed them with the hand a lot. That they learn that your hands are good, your hands are positive, your hands are also to caress, to caress them, let them lick you. Licking for them is the same thing as us going like this, very loving. Remember that their mouths are used like we use our hands, so that is important. You really have to allow them to lick you. If you don't like a dog licking you, what are you freaking doing with a dog? It's my thing. As long as I don't lick my mouth, sometimes I even sometimes put my lips inside my mouth. So that, kind of like, I don't know if you understand what I mean. If they really want to lick my face, so that I don't lick my lips. So I have my lips inside my mouth, so that the licking just like further down from my lips, or by my mustache rather than my lip. But yeah. So again, they have to be secure with you. They have to see you as a provider of food, see you as the provider of discipline. Show you the most important command, the first command the dog should learn is the word no. Like no, like that. If there's something that, and obviously there's different tones to that word no, so that they understand it. That is something that they innately will understand quickly for some reason. I've always used it, and innately the dogs respond to it. Then you go into another words like leave it or stop. That those are words that are quick, have a precise sound to it. Quick sounds, precise sound, and you can enhance them by the strength of how you do it. And obviously you can continue on those commands. I gotta be careful. Sometimes these dogs try to grab things from my pocket. One time, there were two dogs who were walking around with half a $20 bill in their mouth. So that's sometimes I do put paper sticking out, so that I tempt them to do that, so that I can correct them when I'm paying attention. And so that they stop doing that, they stop going into pockets when we're not paying attention. Because imagine I had $200 in my pocket and they rip it all up. I'll be pretty upset. But it will be my fault. So here's my boy over here. He's just laying down. It's early in the morning for them too. But yeah. So anyway. No, I think I said some more things in the English and in the Spanish version. I just can't remember exactly what it is. Again, I don't write it down. I just do a freelance, free flow. If I start writing things, I probably take a lot longer. Perhaps one day that I do a live, you can talk about it. It's easier when the people are asking you or doing follow-up questions, because then I just answer the questions. But maybe one day I do a live. But I don't know when you guys are online. So and then I have the problem that I have a bilingual community here, and part of it they don't speak English, and obviously the other side don't speak Spanish. So, I got to tackle. I have to figure that out. But anyway, I do want to continue this, but I wanted to focus on puppies because a lot of people do just get puppies. They don't get an adult dog or a adolescent dog. They just usually get a very young puppy, which is the best time for training. Like I said, here I'm doing the training, house training for. No, leave it. You see? Because if I allow that to continue, that will end up, if I'm not around, ripped up cushion, ripped up. No. That's my Mary Jane. But there must be something. I think that the cushion is not cushiony enough, so I'm gonna go fix it for them. But I'm gonna leave it here. I hope you enjoyed it. This is just again sharing my life with the American Pit Bull Terrier, showing my experience with the American Pit Bull Terrier. I don't boast about merits this, merits that. You can see my merits by the dogs, how they behave among each other. With me, This is where you check my merits. Simon, enough. See, when people ask you, people tell you they have X number of merits, have this and this and that. Always ask them, where can I double check your information? Where can I confirm your information? What organization gave you those merits? If they're saying they have this blah blah blah, what organization gave you the merit? Can I go check? Otherwise, you're gonna realize that they are just being a salesman, saying whatever they need to say for you to be But you have to ask yourself: do you see dogs next to them? Do you see dogs with them? Are the dogs the center of the presentation of the channel, or is it the breeder, or is it the person? It's the person trying to take the clout of the dogs. It's really important. The dogs are the protagonists. These are why we're here. We are just helpers in the continuation of the breed. So we are not things. Some of us do it better than others, which some of us create better dogs than we found. But again, once you start saying it's all me, it doesn't matter how they bred, the genetics doesn't matter. You're just getting yourself into a whole lot of trouble because you're forgetting why you should have started in the dogs, and it's to maintain the dog. What's up, meow? Oh, look at this. No, leave the cat alone. Leave the cat alone. Come here, meow. No? Okay. He's gonna go eat. But that is also another thing I'm teaching them. For the most part, they used to go, every time the cat was on the floor, they would just jump on him. All of them. And I would have to start literally pulling them apart from the cat. Until now, they are learning the word "leave the cat alone" or "leave it," so that they know not to bother him. But their genetics wants to bother the cat. But I am teaching them not to do it. By the time they're older, they will stop. They won't bother him anymore. They'll be okay with him going around them, laying next to them, and without being bothered. Anyway, this is Tony Montana. Until next time.